Arivo, namaste. I'm Mahabhagavad Das, and welcome to the continuation of Yoga Kirtan Hawaii's International Day of Yoga celebration. And we're holding different events throughout the day on Facebook Live. And what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be doing some Kirtan. And then I'll be giving a yoga wisdom talk for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. And then we'll have another short kirtan. So hopefully you'll join with us throughout the day as we have the different events. So kirtan is the chanting of transcendental sound vibrations or mantras. And mantra is a Sanskrit word comprised of two parts. Man, which means the mind, and tra, to draw away. So a mantra means a sound vibration, a transcendental sound vibration that draws the mind away from this material world and into the spiritual world, the spiritual dimension. And these mantras, these transcendental sound vibrations, they're either the names of the Supreme Lord or words spoken by Him or words about Him. And they're actually like a lifeline. They're being given to us. They're coming down through disciplic succession, and we're receiving them. And they're very much like a lifeline. It's like we're being thrown a lifeline from the spiritual world, and we can grab hold of these transcendental sound vibrations or mantras, and they can actually transport us to the spiritual world. Or another analogy is they're like a transcendental wave. So we like to surf in Hawaii, and these mantras are much better than waves at Pipeline or Sunset, where where there's lots of danger and you can get smashed, or there's lots of different people in the water and people threatening to beat each other up or whatever, right? So these transcendental waves are not like that. There's room for everyone on the wave, and in fact, Krishna or wants all of us to ride this transcendental wave, this transcendental sound vibration, all the way back to the spiritual world to be with Him. So we're going to be chanting Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. And perhaps some other mantras as well. So Kirtan is done in a call and response way. So one person leads, and then we all listen. So Kirtan is a process of hearing and chanting. So in Sanskrit, that's Shravanam, Kirtanam. So Shravanam is the hearing, Kirtanam is the chanting, so Kirtan, chanting. And then it's also a process of Smaranam, which means remembering. So we remember the sound vibration, these transcendental sounds. So it's done in a call and response way. So one person leads, and then we listen, and then we respond, and the person leading listens. But at all times we listen, whether we're chanting or whether we're just listening. We're listening at the same time. So my wife Radhisham Dasi will come and join us, and she'll lead us in the kirtan. And so she'll lead, I'll follow, and you can all join in with me. And so while we're doing this kirtan, I invite you all to please focus on these sound vibrations. If your mind begins to wander, just bring your mind back to the sound of the mantra, and just take shelter in and rest your heart and mind in these transcendental sound vibrations. So we'll do this kirtan for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll be giving a yoga wisdom talk.
Haribo, everyone. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Kirtan.
Gopala,
Govinda
Govinda Rama,
Rama,
Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana.
Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala,
So, namaste. I offer my respects to all of you. And before speaking some yoga wisdom, first I'd like to offer my respects unto my spiritual teacher, Jagaguru Siddhasarupananda Paramahansa, who's a bona fide teacher in what's known as the Brahma Madhva Gauriya Sampradaya. So a sampradaya is a lineage or succession. So my spiritual master is the representative of this illustrious sampradaya that can be traced back to the beginning of time. And my spiritual master is the disciple of His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So first I offer my respects unto my spiritual master, who has blessed me with and showered upon me this yoga wisdom. So I was going to speak a little bit about, initially, just on the background of this International Yoga Day. So, this is a day celebrating yoga, recognized by the United Nations. And the first International Yoga Day was on June 21st, 2015. So that makes this the, had to count on my fingers, this is the 6th International Day of Yoga that's been celebrated since 2015. And the idea of an International Day of Yoga was first proposed by the current Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and he made a speech to the General Assembly of the United Nations on 27 September 2014. And in his speech to the United Nations, he stated, "Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition." So this is very true. This yoga process is thousands of years old. In fact, it cannot be traced out, the beginning of yoga teachings and yoga philosophy. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. It is not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and nature. By changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness, it can help in well-being. Let us work towards adopting an International Yoga Day. So if you think about this, it's quite significant that the United Nations has actually recognized an International Day of Yoga. It's like a wonderful recognition of this wonderful gift from the Indian culture, or sometimes termed as Vedic culture. And so this is very, it brings attention to yoga practice and makes it very mainstream, which of course is good, because yoga is so beneficial for people. Anything that makes yoga more accessible to people and more acceptable for people to practice is a good thing. So Prime Minister Modi, he sought June 21 as the date for International Day of Yoga, as it's the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's a solstice where the sun goes furthest north in its travels before starting to return towards the equator again. And this has special significance in many parts of the world. Oftentimes there's solstice celebrations and so on. And so in Modi's explanation here, he touches on how yoga is holistic. So yoga is a holistic process. It encompasses the body, the mind, and the spirit. So generally speaking, in the West, people are very kind of separated. Some people just live in their mind, actually. Some people just know a friend of mine, and he just lived in his mind. He's just totally always in the mind. He's always absorbed in his thoughts, deeply pondering things, and just kind of neglecting his body. Sometimes you'll see a cartoon of someone of a big head, right, and just a small body, and it's kind of indicative of people who just live in the mind. They're not really aware of their body. They don't take care of their body, and also generally speaking, in the West, people have no idea what is the soul or what is spirit. So when we say yoga is holistic, taking into account the body, mind, and soul, most people don't know what the soul is. Generally speaking, people often think, I have a soul, whereas in reality, you are the soul, and you have a mind. You are covered by the mind. You have a material mind, and you have a material body. And so this is part of yoga wisdom or yoga knowledge that can give us an understanding of who we actually are, our true identity. And Modi also touched on the point that yoga is also about harmony with nature. So, of course, we're all aware of the environmental devastation that's taking place throughout the world, as the world's resources are exploited for us to, get material goodies, houses and cars and airplanes and couches and whatever else it is, right? But this consumption is like endless, and it's being done without respect or concern for the environment, or not enough respect and concern for the environment. All the plastic that's floating in the ocean and so on and so forth. One good thing that's come out of this COVID-19 pandemic is that, a lot more people are working from home. There's a lot less traffic on the roads. There's a lot less air pollution. And suddenly, in some cities throughout the world, suddenly the air is clean and people can see the sky again. Or at night they can see the stars. Oftentimes in many cities of the world they can't see the stars. So yoga is about harmony. It's a holistic process of the body, mind, and soul. But it's also about harmony between the individual and the greater cosmos. And ultimately, not just is it about harmony with our environment and harmonious relationships with others, with other souls. It's also ultimately about harmony or union with the Supreme Soul, with the Supreme. So, and also it's about experiencing oneness in yoga. Not that we are always individual, but we can experience oneness with other individuals, and that we can appreciate that all of us are parts and parcels, or the sons and daughters of the Supreme Soul. There's so much desire for unity and diversity, for respect for others. There's the Black Lives Matter movement. It's like wanting respect and appreciation for people in black bodies. But ultimately, yoga is about respect for all living entities, all living beings, all people, all souls, animals, the soul or the Atma. Wherever there is life, there is a soul or an Atma. And yoga is about experiencing union or oneness with all souls. But ultimately, yoga refers to union, like the word yoga actually means to yoke. And so yoga is about, actually attaining union with the Supreme. The ultimate goal of yoga is actually to achieve union or yoga with the Supreme Person. And this is a yoga actually of love. So the highest yoga, which I'll speak of in a few minutes, is Bhakti Yoga, which is the yoga of love, which puts us in union with the Supreme Soul. So there are many different yoga processes, including Hatha Yoga, or yoga exercises, which has become very popular today throughout the Western world and throughout the entire world. People are practicing yoga exercises. And so often when you say the word yoga, people think of these yoga exercises or Hatha Yoga. And but this practice of Hatha Yoga, which is the practice of yoga asanas or physical exercises, so an asana is a yoga pose. So this yoga asana or Hatha Yoga, it's actually just one of the 8 limbs, actually the third limb of the yoga practice known as Astanga Yoga. So Asta means 8, Anga means limbs. So it's the 8 limbs of yoga, and this is outlined by a great sage, Patanjali, in his famous Yoga Sutras. So the purpose of Hatha Yoga, or asana, the practice of yoga postures, the third of Patanjali's 8 limbs of yoga, so along with yama, which is abstinences, niyama, observances, pranayama, which is breath control, and pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. So the purpose of all of these, of the yoga asanas or the Hatha Yoga practice of following yamas and niyamas and engaging in pranayama, various breathing exercises, which is one of the yoga processes, and withdrawal of the senses. The purpose of this is to prepare one for the more difficult practices of dharana, concentration, dhyana, meditation, and samadhi, absorption. So there's, according to Patanjali, there are these 8 limbs of yoga, and the asana, or the Hatha Yoga, is just one of the limbs. And it's actually a preparatory process for preparing one to be able to actually meditate. Like the kind of the meditation practice that Patanjali teaches, the dharana, dhyana, and samadhi, is like one has to have great control. One has to be able to sit. Like I can't even do it, right? You have to try and be able to sit in the posture where you have your feet inside your knees. Well, I can't even do it with one, right? So asana makes it so that practice of yoga, Hatha Yoga or asanas, makes it so one is able to sit for long periods without being disturbed. So it builds up one's strength. And pranayama, I mean, the breathing exercises, helps one to focus the mind. You know, we teach Yoga Kirtan Hawai'i teaches a breath meditation, which is meditating upon the breath while saying a different mantra. So this pranayama and asana, they help one prepare for this process of yoga where one engages in deep meditation. And so one would sit silently for hours, most of the day, every day, for years, decades. So this is actually the purpose of asana or Hatha Yoga, is to prepare one for this. Of course, one doesn't need to do all these different things. If one just does yoga asana, one will be benefited. One will experience better health of the body. One will become more aware of the body, will become more aware of the body and mind as being a complete whole or in harmony. So, but this actual process that Patanjali teaches of dharana and dhyana and samadhi is very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. And in the other great yoga text, the Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by Krishna to Arjuna 5,000 years ago, and it is part of the what's known as itihasa or history, the Mahabharata. So in this yoga text, Bhagavad Gita, you know, Krishna summarizes this process of Astanga Yoga to Arjuna in chapter 6, and describes how one has to be able to sit and meditate in deep meditation and essentially control the mind. And Arjuna, after Krishna has described this difficult process to Arjuna, Arjuna says, "O Madhusudana," referring to Krishna, "O Krishna, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. For the mind," and then in the next verse he repeats it again, like he's really emphasizing how difficult this process is. "For the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind." You know, so the wind just swirls around and blows around, and it's like the small living entity, the person, you know, yourself or myself, we can't control the wind. It's impossible to control the wind. And similarly, Arjuna is saying, you know, it's so difficult to control the mind. It's very restless, it's moving all over the place, it's obstinate and very strong. So Krishna advises Arjuna that to achieve success in this yoga path requires control of the mind and senses through appropriate practice. So Krishna gives Arjuna some more instruction on this, but ultimately Arjuna is like, well, he can't engage in this process. He's a man of the world. He has responsibilities and duties, and he's a warrior, and he can't engage in this process of sitting in yoga postures and going pranayama exercises and controlling the mind and then meditating for long periods of time. It's just not practical. And if this was the case 5,000 years ago, how much more so is it today? So then throughout Bhagavad Gita, Krishna actually teaches about different yoga processes. So in addition to this Astanga yoga process as taught by Patanjali, there's also Karma yoga, which is the yoga of action. There's Jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge or yoga wisdom, through which one, through this Jnana yoga or yoga of knowledge, we come to understand our identity as spiritual in essence, our position as being a dominated part and parcel of the Supreme, and our function as a result of this understanding. And our function is to love and serve the Supreme Soul. And this ultimately is Bhakti Yoga, which is a yoga of love. So Karma Yoga is the yoga of action. Jnana Yoga is the yoga of knowledge. And Bhakti Yoga, the highest yoga, is the yoga of love. And this is the relationship between the individual spirit soul and the Supreme Soul, Krishna. So this is a natural, loving relationship. And so, of course, it's very easy to meditate on someone that you love. Like a boy falls in love with a girl, or a girl falls in love with a boy. They just daydream. They just think about this other person all the time. You have to sort of, hey, come back to reality. Come back. Stop thinking about your boyfriend, and you got a job to do here. This kind of thing. It's like just naturally one meditates upon the one that we love. And so the process of Bhakti Yoga is about awakening this love for the Supreme Soul. So Krishna's ultimate, actually before I say that, so actually all these yoga processes, of course, are connected, right? We're in this world, we're all engaging in action. We all think and acquire knowledge. And the yoga of love, or Bhakti Yoga, for God or the Supreme Person, it entails and includes acting in love based upon knowledge, right? So knowledge has to be there. Jnana has to be there, right? And karma is there in that we're acting. So we are acting based on knowledge. And then based upon knowledge, we act in love for the pleasure of Krishna, the all-attractive person, the Supreme Person, the Absolute Whole. So Krishna's ultimate teaching, his conclusion to Bhagavad Gita in chapter 18, text 65 and 66. So Krishna explains that the highest yoga is that we should just think of him. We should fix our mind upon him. We should be devoted to him. We should be his bhakta, or his lover. We should worship him, offer our homage to him, and just surrender to him in love. And Krishna assures us that if we surrender to him in love, in Bhakti Yoga, that he will protect us, that we don't need to fear or to worry. So generally speaking, we're all looking for a protector. We're looking for a maintainer. We're struggling to exist in this world, and we're always looking for some security or safety, some place where we can rest and take shelter. And so Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that he is that place where you can take shelter. Krishna is the soul protector and the soul maintainer. And if we take shelter of him, we do not need to fear or to worry. So the simplest yoga practice to achieve union or yoga with the Supreme, with Krishna, and to attain Supreme peace. When one attains yoga or union with Krishna or the Supreme, then one realizes great peace. We achieve great shanta, or peace. And the easiest way to achieve this is to engage in the hearing and chanting of transcendental sounds or mantras or yoga sounds, to meditate upon them, and to rest and take shelter in them. As we did before I began speaking, one can take shelter in these transcendental sound vibrations. So by engaging in this process of mantra meditation, either through Kirtan or japa meditation, which is on beads, or breath meditation combined with mantra, we will actually attain peace. We will achieve harmony of our body, mind, and spirit, and ultimate union with the Supreme Being, with Krishna, the Supreme, all-attractive person. So by chanting, by engaging in Kirtan, by studying yoga wisdom, these yoga texts, in particular the Bhagavad Gita, this will purify your heart and mind. It will free you from material consciousness. It will take you from this material world to the spiritual world, which is a world of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is eternity, Chit is cognizance, and Ananda is bliss. And it will enable you to experience real peace. These yoga practices are like a lifeline being thrown to us from the spiritual world. And if we grab hold of them, if we grab hold of these transcendental sound vibrations, they will actually take us to the spiritual world, which is known as Vaikuntha, the world of no anxiety. It will free us from the wheel of birth and death, known as samsara. So on this International Day of Yoga, may we all appreciate the wonderful gift of yoga that we are being given. So thanks for listening and watching. And we're going to do some more Kirtan now. So thank you very much. Please have a wonderful day on this International Day of Yoga.
Doing Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Haribol.
Haribol, namaste. Thanks for joining us on
Thank
this
you.
International Day of Yoga.